Welcome back to a brand new Clash Royale video, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today we're going to be hopping into a new deck on my main Chief Pat account in Clash Royale, and this deck is a bait deck. Now, Clash with Ash posted this deck inside of a video last night. I was dying to try it. If you guys want to check out his video, it is in the description below. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He is an awesome guy who makes great videos, and let's go ahead and try this out right now. You can see we have three different sets of goblins: the Goblin Gang, the Dark Goblin, as well as the Goblin Barrel. We've got the Princess to bait out the log. We've got the Inferno Tower to stop those big pushes, the Rocket to finish off games, and this deck should be fairly interesting. With the Goblin Gang coming out, there's so many different options inside of a bait deck, and this should be a pretty good one. Let's go ahead and try it out right now inside of a grand challenge just to make sure the card levels are even and see exactly how this one works out. Now, you guys probably remember the Zap bait decks of years past, but it feels like log bait is all the new rage, especially with that nerf to the Zap spell, to where it doesn't one-shot those pesky spear goblins, as among other things. But it looks like this one's going to be fairly interesting. I'm actually going to start with a Rocket against a 3 Elixir Mega Minion. Not sure if that's the best trade, but he does have that Lava Hound, so we're going to have to find a way to take that out, as my Princess is going to start shooting away, and this is where our Inferno Tower really starts to do work. All right, so I'm going to keep waiting till the final moment to go ahead and drop our Inferno Tower. I can drop our Knight on top of his archers. There goes his Miner. I'll use my Goblin Gang to help out. He finally used his Zap spell, but he didn't use it to reset the Inferno Tower, so honestly, we're not going to take really any damage there. And now we've got a little bit of a counter push with the Goblin Gang. They're going to go ahead and start sprinting. He's going to be forced to play that Skeleton Army. Let's play our Goblin Barrel and see if we can get some good damage onto the tower, if any, and he's going to have to play that Mega Minion, but he actually played it pretty well. And it's not going to do too much damage for us. All right, well, Dark Goblin's going to be great. It's going to do a good job of killing this Mega Minion, then go on a little bit of a counterattack. So we're slowly just going to start chipping these towers down with the Goblin till eventually we can just rocket it down at the very end of the game. It does 493 damage at maximum rank. And we can just keep playing defensively. Inferno Tower down, the Lava Hound. He's going to get his first damage against my tower. Okay, I'll give it to him. But still, we're looking really good right now. But unfortunately, this Princess keeps locking onto the Lava Hound. All right, so Lava Hound's going to eventually make its way over. Here goes my Inferno Tower now. I played it a little early. Obviously, you want to play it as late as possible to make sure they don't get too much value. The Miner's going to go down right here. Okay, Miner's going to eventually die. Log's going to do work against that Skeleton Army. And we can actually play our Dark Goblin to help out against these little guys right here. I'll play my Goblin Barrel again. Not a great Goblin Barrel position, but it's still going to do the job and at least get a couple of hits on the tower, which is really all we need. That puts the tower in pretty deadly range right there. And with only 57 seconds left, we're just a couple of damage, or a little bit of damage, plus a rocket away from ending this game. You can already see how, number one, annoying this deck is, but also number two, how effective it is. All right, here goes another Lava Hound push. He just keeps hitting me with these Lava Hound pushes. He doesn't really have anything great to back it up. Here goes the Elite Barbarians, which are actually going to be his best counter right here. Miner's going to go down. We're killing those Elite Barbarians the best that we can. Zap Spell's going to go down as well. We're still looking really good right now. I've got my Knight to help out in a moment. My Princess is doing so well against his push that he's got going on. I'll use my Dark Goblin on defense, and we're only going to take a single Elite Barbarian shot. So I'm actually going to use my Log just to do damage to the tower, really, and that puts it so close to dying. This game is almost over. We've got just a couple of seconds left on the clock. I'm going to use the Goblin Barrel defensively just to stop these Elite Barbarians right here. Dark Goblin's going to go down as well, and this game should be over in just one moment. I'm going to play the Log now, and then we can get ready. Okay, we could have just played the Rocket, and it would have been the end of the game. GG, well played, and that's our first win, or I guess second win inside this challenge, using this deck, and this deck is super effective. Who would have known that Zap bait / log bait is super effective in Clash Royale, guys? We've always known it. This one, again, is a little bit different. It doesn't have Furnace, which can be annoying. It doesn't have minions or Mega Minions, so it's more focused, I guess, on the Log rather than the Zap, trying to get the Log out of their hand. And this guy didn't even have the Log, so he was in a lot of trouble from the very beginning, never able to get his push going. And actually, no, he did have Zap. He had Zap, but he didn't have anything else really. And yeah, no Log, no arrows, nothing else, and he was in a lot of trouble. Let's get into game number 2 against Ian. I'm going to start with the Goblin Barrel, try to keep on the aggressive. I don't really have a good play to play in the back like the Princess. He's going to play his Princess, and since we don't have our Log, we're just going to chill out for a moment. And actually, can we do Princess versus Princess? Let's do that right now. So we're going to get some good damage. Check out what we did with our princesses. I played it right in front of his, and that's going to make it so we get crazy damage. And this dude's actually playing, I think, the same exact bait deck because he has the princess, he has the goblin barrel, he has all of that stuff. He has the Inferno Tower. Ian is playing the same exact deck as us, and that Inferno Tower is not going to do all the best things that he wants it to. All right, there goes an Ice Golem on top of the Inferno Tower. This guy's just wasting so much elixir on this defense right here. I'm going to play my Goblin Barrel to see if we can get a little bit of extra. No, we're not going to get anything from that. The Dark Goblin's still going to do crazy damage on that tower, though, and we already have such a lead that we are looking really good going into the rest of this battle. All right, let's continue onwards. Now, we already got his Goblin Barrel, or his log. So I'm going to play our Goblin Gang. This dude's playing the same exact deck as us, guys. All right, we're still going to make a little bit of a positive trade right there, getting some damage onto the tower. And as his princess goes down, I'm going to play my log, which might not be the smartest decision, as well as an aggressive Dark Goblin. And this is just turning into a cluster. We're going to get a nice, actually, return on our knight right there. And I guess instead of having something else, he has the Ice Golem. I'm not sure what he substituted out to get the Ice Golem in his deck. Maybe it's the rocket. I guess he doesn't have the rocket or something like that. And eventually... Wait! The princess missed the Dark Goblin right there? What in the world was that? I'm going to play my Goblin Gang actually to stop this Hog Rider, rather than the Inferno Tower. He's probably just going to log it. But as the princess goes down, alright. Well, we've got ourselves a little bit of a game, but after this log, we're only going to be one log and one rocket away from winning this game. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Dark Goblin's going to go down. I'll play my Goblin Barrel here. And even with his log, we can play a princess. She's going to get one shot onto the tower, which is all we needed. And with Dark Goblin versus Dark Goblin, all right, 384 damage left. Hog Rider's going to go down. Inferno Tower will stop him. Knight's going to stop the princess. This game is looking pretty good as long as we don't make any stupid errors. The rocket, once again, will be our trump card, and it should pretty much be the end of the game. 30 seconds left. I'm not going to do anything too crazy right now. I'm just going to keep loading up on this side. I'll get ready with my my Goblin Gang momentarily. Use that. And yeah, he's going to get one hit maybe onto the tower, and eventually that's going to go down into flames. Log's going down here, which means we can actually just play a Goblin Barrel over the top, and then his princess is going to go down. And with only 66 HP left, that means we're going to play our log to finish off that tower. His Goblin Barrel is going to go down, but it's going to get stopped by our Goblin Gang. That's going to be GG. Well played with a Goblin Barrel onto the bridge. Well played, Ian, but that's going to be a nice victory for win number 2 against a fellow log bait user. This deck is pretty ridiculous. We played 2 completely different decks. We played a tank-based deck with the Lava Hound inside of that first battle, but again, he didn't have like a balloon or anything to really follow it up to give him the substance that he needed. And this guy played a log bait deck that we've been playing. So let's get into the next battle against G Bush right here. Maybe we're playing George Bush. And let's see how we can do this. Now, a P.E.K.K.A in the back. All right, so we're going to be playing the Inferno Tower again, obviously. I don't have anything great to play, so I'll just use my Dark Goblin right now to try to get some chip damage, see if he responds on that side. Looks like he's not going to care too much, so let's use our Inferno Tower in a moment. Making sure we hold on as long as possible. Here goes the Inferno Tower. I've got the Knight, which I have to use to distract this Electro Wizard. Check out how I dragged that Electro Wizard away from my tower, because if he just kept resetting us, we would have been in so much trouble right there. And now instead, we can have the Baby Dragon do a little bit of damage. Electro Wizard's going to eventually get tired of shooting our Inferno Tower, and that's going to be pretty good for us going into the rest of this. Let's play a Goblin Barrel on the left-hand side again. Let's reset, as well as play a Princess. Maybe we can get a Skeleton Army out of him. He's not going to do anything. And that's going to lead to a nice little trade for us. Goblin Barrels, or Dark Goblin's going to go down to kill this Ice Wizard, slowly but surely. And we've got a 1,000 HP lead, even if he has a little bit of an elixir lead. And what in the world? This dude is playing the Rocket. Now, we do have the perfect card for the Rocket, though. Or the Sparky. He's playing the Sparky. We've got the perfect card. We've got the Rocket. He's going to say, wow, because we are in a really commanding lead. That left-hand tower, don't even look at it. Just don't even look at the left-hand tower. Don't even give it the attention that it wants or it deserves, because it's going to do absolutely nothing in this battle. He's got his P.E.K.K.A making the way down the lane. I've got my Inferno Tower in response. Now, this push is going to be crucial. If we can defend this push, I'm pretty confident that the game's over, because he has a nice little elixir lead right now. But can he really do anything with it? Now, the Baby Dragon's going to go down here. We're going to stop her. We're going to use the Goblin Gang as well. And he's going to eventually play his freeze. So let's use our Dark Goblin to sort of reset. The Dark Goblin is doing such a nice job against that Inferno. The Inferno is being a gentleman and locking onto the P.E.K.K.A right there. Very nicely done, Inferno Tower. Dark Goblin will kill that tower if he doesn't stop it. And he's actually just going to give it up. Now, maybe not the worst decision, because he knew that the tower was going to go down anyways. since I had my rocket, so he just wanted to sort of do his thing. This is a little bit unfortunate. We need to stop this Electro Wizard. Very nicely done stopping that Electro Wizard there. That means my Inferno Tower is going to go crazy. And meanwhile, Princess, Dark Goblins, they are doing a great job as well. This is, I feel the frustration coming out of my opponents when I play this deck. I'm telling you guys right now, I can feel the frustration. Rocket's going to go down into the Sparky. Princess is still doing such a great job for us. I'm going to log all of this down. And with the Baby Dragon being really the lone attacker onto my towers right now, we shouldn't be in too much trouble. And even with the misplaced free spell, he really didn't stand a chance in the end anyways. This one's going to be GG well played. Goblins getting one hit for us, but not enough to get that second crown. And that's going to be the end of George Bush, and that's going to be the end of victory number 3 using this deck. All right, well, we're playing such a variety of decks. Now, I'd love to play a Giant Executioner deck in our final battle. I'm hoping that's what we play because that's really one of the other meta decks that we haven't tried just yet. That's win number 4 in the challenge. Let's try one more battle. Let's try one more battle and see what we get, but you guys have seen how crazy this deck is already. It is super strong, and if you have the Princess, if you have the log, you can definitely try out this deck. You can even substitute something else in for the log, although who knows if I really recommend that. Dark Prince, very interesting to see the Dark Prince. I'm going to stop that with our Knight and the Princess. Knight's going to have enough HP to maybe get one hit off onto the tower. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the Goblin Barrel over the top as soon as the Knight crosses. So he's going to have to make a decision right here. And instead, he's going to play an Elixir Collector. So guess what? We're going to make a great trade with our Rocket on that Elixir Collector into the tower. He's never going to play his Elixir Collector behind the tower again, I hope. And our Princess even got one shot off on the right-hand side, which is pretty good for us. And I'm feeling like we have a nice little lead right now. We both spent a decent amount of Elixir right there, but we should have a nice lead. My next play, if he doesn't do anything, would be just a Dark Goblin to run across the map and go a little crazy. Let's go ahead and do that now. And as the Dark Goblin makes its way over, he's going to play a Mega Minion. So let's play our Princess. And with his Dark Prince going down again, who in the world plays the Dark Prince? I'm not quite sure, but it looks like this guy does. It's going to go down again. My Princess is still alive, so let's go with another Goblin Barrel. I'm going to do a Goblin Gang on the right. Let's force him to make a decision right now on what he's going to do. He's going to log the left-hand side, so meanwhile, the Goblin Gang on the right is ridiculous. The Princess is still alive as well. This has to be frustrating. Dark Goblin's going to run across again. This deck is dirty. The Dark Goblin does so much damage by itself, and it requires such a fast reaction time that a lot of people aren't really able to go against it. We've totally messed up his flow by taking out his Elixir Collector, and with it in the very center, I'm still going to take it out. A lot of people, you can throw them off their game if you take out their Elixir Collector with a Rocket. Even if it's a one-to-one trade, you're still going to generally mess up their flow, especially if they're playing a Golem deck, if they're playing a P.E.K.K.A deck, a Lava Hound deck. They really need that Elixir Collector to take their deck to the next level. Let's play Princess again. Shoot this tower down, and did I say Golem? Because there's a Golem right there. Golem's going down. Princess, meanwhile, is doing a great job. I'm going to log down this tower because logging it, while it might seem a little bit, pointless, is going to take it down to rocket range, which is great for us. Here goes a Goblin Barrel, which is honestly the only play I really had. And then an Inferno Tower is going to go down as well, and this is going to really start our push. Okay, we need the rocket for the balloon, guys. We need the rocket for the balloon. Let's get ready. Balloon's going to keep going. Rocket's going to go down. Rocket's going to take it. What in the world did I just witness? Wait, we need a cycle. We need a cycle fast. We need a cycle. What in the world? Did this guy just good game me? Oh, it is. All right. That balloon fail was tragic. Let's never bring that up ever again. Ever again. I don't want to see a single comment in the comment section below referencing that rocket onto the balloon. One more battle. I'm not an addict. One more battle. Against TPPL 93-92. All right, let's keep the tilt off of our shoulders. He's going to play a Princess here. know what? I'm just going to rocket down that princess. Why not? That's not a tilty play, right, guys? We're just going to rocket down that princess. Nice little 3 elixir positive trade for him, but we're going to get so much damage on his tower. I don't care too much about it. Dark Goblin's going to go down. Knight's going to help out as well. And he's only going to get a little bit of damage on us right here, so that's pretty good. And since he just used his zap, why don't we get ready in a moment with our beautiful Goblin Barrel and see what we can do. All right, Goblin Barrel's down. Princess is going down. Princess should survive. He's going to play a minion horde. Princess, please stay alive. Oh, the princess is going to get so much value on these minions right here. That just warms my heart. The princess is going to take every single one of those minions out. Goblin Gang is going to go down as well to clean up this miner, and we are just looking so good. We should have a nice little elixir lead right here, and why not play a Dark Goblin to back it up? Dark Goblin's going to help out. There goes the Dark Goblin shooting down that tower. That tower is going to go so low, down to 900, 800, 717 after this log. We've got our game back. We're doing good. Minute and 38 left on the clock. Let's make sure we don't miss any rockets in this one. Not that we've ever missed a rocket before, but let's see if we can keep it together. And how do we want to do this one? I could just play my Goblin Barrel again to get out whatever he has. And then as soon as, you know, the log, the zap, the whatever, he's actually just going to go crazy. So he says, you know what, I'm sick of playing against you. And he loses his mind right here by playing the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Hog Rider into separate lanes, and that means we've got such an advantage. We can just play a princess in his face. That princess is going to get at least 1 hit off on the tower before I'm guessing the minions are going to come down. Or, oh no, I thought he was going to end the battle. All right, log's going to go down onto these guys. Here goes the Goblin Gang. Okay, so we've got the Goblin Gang, we've got our Dark Goblin. How are we going to be able to defend? He doesn't actually play a zap spell, which I thought he would, and that means our Dark Goblin's just going to do so much work cleaning up that tower. Let's play the Knight again and go for another push. There goes the Dark Goblin's actually going to kill that princess right there. The Knight has tanked the damage from the tower. I'll play the Goblin Gang right here, as well as our log to start cleaning up his troops that he threw down our lane. This is going to be GG, well plays. Guys, very nicely done. Very fun game using the bait deck. I definitely recommend it if you haven't tried it already. So much fun, especially with the new Dark Goblin and Goblin Gang. I guess the Goblin Gang's the new card. The Dark Goblin's been out for a little while. 3 crowns right there, and GG, well played. Make sure you don't miss your rockets. Again, this is from someone who hits every single one of his. Don't miss your rockets, and it has a 100% win rate. You guys heard it here first. Try it out. Knight, Rocket, Log, Dark Goblin, Inferno Tower, Princess, Goblin Barrel, and Goblin Gang. That is it for this deck. This deck is definitely a keeper. I will be keeping this one inside of my battle deck and one of my 3 slots, which should be expanded to 5, by the way. Let me know if you want to see 5 decks in the battle deck thing in the next update. That's what I'm hoping comes out. That's going to do it. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.